with Wizards of the Coast specifically, and then I'll mention the Elden Ring thing. So for Wizards of the Coast, I think Wizards of the Coast is ruining specifically the Commander game type, and from ruining the Commander, or exploiting the Commander format, and from the exploitation of the Commander format, they're ruining other formats like, for example, Standard. And let me say my piece, and I'll do the Elden Ring thing tie-in, which is, so with the, and I got this opinion from when we were having our discussions in our group chat we have about Magic, which was, so Streets of the New Capenna, if I'm saying that right, they finished doing their spoiler releases, and a lot of these cards, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys would agree, in my opinion, and it might be because they're tricolors, if you guys understand Magic, tricolors, they're Commander cards. This entire set seems like a Commander set to me. All these cards, if you scroll down, Ian, real quick, I just want to highlight one specific card that made me strongly believe this. There's a lot of them, but there's one specific card. It's this specific card. Bootlegger Stash. Lands you control have tap, create a treasure token. That is, I don't know, it's just, and my problem is in every single set they print not this level of strength, but cards with strength specifically for Commander formats. I do not see this being played in Modern. I don't see this being played in Standard. I don't even see this being played in Legacy. This is specifically a Commander type card, and I guess my issue is Commander was always a community format that the community created. It was originally called Elder Dragon Highlander, EDH, where people got together and said, how can we enjoy these cards that we don't normally see played in Standard, Modern, all these other formats? What kind of format can we make where we can actually utilize these cards? That's when EDH Commander was created, and it gained popularity. I remember going to my Magic store first, hearing about this, and guys showing me their Commander decks, and the first ever Commander release set from Wizards of the Coast was out when I bought that one. It was so cool. The cards weren't really printed for it. They reprinted cards. They didn't make Commander specific cards except for the Commanders. They didn't make cards specifically for Commander, just like Commanders themselves. And then when they started printing cards for Commander, I just personally think that's when Commander started going way downhill, and even the format of Magic going downhill, because who plays Standard anymore? Everyone's playing Arena. I don't even know if people are playing Modern anymore. And that's my rant. Let me hear y'all's take real quick. Do y'all even agree that you guys think Wizards of the Coast is ruining Commander?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the cards really got, I don't want to, the ways to win became to me. I don't know. Maybe I might pick it up at Standard or something, but I don't know. It just seems.
Did you walk away with a W on Jamie?
No, I did.
You know I did.
Why Jamie's fucking there. No,
I don't think it was against Jamie specifically, but
the last game you played, you won
with a dub. Yeah. You know, and it's crazy. I'm complaining about Infinite Mana, but you know, technically that's how I won. But we.
I kind of can see if they're kind of, you know, world breaking, because really what they're doing is they're chasing the money.
Exactly.
The Commanders made so much money for them, and they realize that like it's just as popular as their base game format. That hell yeah, they're gonna print more stuff into it because they want people to buy the new sets that come out so that they make money. It's just a cash cow. It's a community bred cash cow, but they decided to, you know, buy it from the community, and now they're milking it. I guess in a weird way, like we are losing the grassroots aspect of it, where it was just the community taking stuff they made and making up their own game format with it and playing. And now the company's like, hell nah, it's up to us now. We're gonna keep it going. But I do see, I didn't even notice this, but you're right. It kind of is made out to be like a Commander type set. Really, everybody has like a leader. There's all like this formatting and stuff like that. And for those of you that don't know, playing 3 colors, you have to get kind of creative to make the colors work together, because it's an expensive.
I play 3 colors.
Yeah, it's expensive to make them work really together. They're making the game more synergistic for multiple colors like that, so that you can play them easier. The only issue is that you have to buy them. You have to spend money. You have to give them money. Okay,
so there's a format now that you're talking about. Obviously, the company would put the money into it because there's 100 cards. You can't have one card twice. I'm gonna drop cards every day, nigga. What you talking about? 100 cards. You can't have one card twice. So you have to make sure you purchase 100 different cards minimum. Obviously, not you'd have
personally,
demand.
I stand from as better. Well, I see where John's coming from, but I would argue, and maybe I'm wrong here, is technically speaking, I think the standard format would be more lucrative because if you want to be competitive, you have to have at least, if the card's strong, 4 of the same card. And if that one card is like $50, that's $200 right there.
Okay,
Well,
I can see that.
to John's point though, that used to be it, right? Like I remember chasing cards back in the day when I was like exiting high school that were like $20 each, and I didn't want to spend that much money, so I would be stupid and I would buy a bunch of packs and hope to, you know, get one in the packs. But I know I needed 4 of them. In this format now, you only need 1, so you better make that stick that's got the carrot at the end of it pretty fucking long so that they spend a decent amount of money before they finally get the carrot. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they're putting these cards that are pretty strong in there, and then they're just putting them way out of reach so that you buy all through these packs or you order boxes and stuff like that so you can get that one really rare card. Yo, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. This podcast is sponsored by Angel Blinds, a local Atlanta area small business. Their blinds help you get a new look for your living room, to your bedroom, to your dining room. They even got custom kids blinds with their favorite superhero or princess. Use our promo code FDT. Our audience gets 10% off their first purchase. You can find them at Facebook at Angel Blinds or Instagram at Angel Blinds _ between Angel and Blinds. So check them out.
And if the community wanted to maintain itself, it would just need to do a subsection of Commander that doesn't allow cards after 2019.
But see, American Frogs are the same thing. Like, the best part is we can regulate within the play groups. But my thing is, I personally, even though I said what I said, and you definitely can do that, I'm the type of person is I don't want to ban certain cards within a play group. If the card's legal, and and that's another rant that I kind of don't want to dive into, I'll just make a small thing, is I don't like that Wizards of the Coast is banning certain cards for Commander. You didn't even create this format. This is not your baby. This is the community's baby, and now you're telling us what we can and cannot play in Commander?
Every type. That's what
What'd you say?
Here. So Gene hates governing of any type. That's what we're learning here.
I just think that's I just think that's wild. Like, you telling me what in my Commander deck that you have no control over is suddenly banned.
In my house
is wild.
In my house.
Now to the format thing. And Paul, let me finish it real quick. And now within play groups, you're right. Play groups can say what certain cards you can and cannot use, but I think that personally takes out low key the fun of it all, because that's the whole point of Commander is using certain cards that either one you normally wouldn't use, or a card that would make your deck that much more fun, synergistic, blah blah blah. Like, it's not meant to be fun for you. It's meant to be fun for me.
But I'm pretty sure the point wasn't for the game to end in like, to your point, for the game to end by turn 4, 4 out of 10 times. Yeah,
I hate stacks decks, and I hate combo decks, and the strongest combo decks rely on those cards that are banned. And like, I don't even want to sit at the table if I know it's going to end in 4 turns. I want to be a fucking kid in a candy shop. I want to see dinosaurs fighting angels.
Exactly,
and
my boy.
I don't want to just see you legal me to death in 2 turns or anything like that. So
there needs to be politicking.
But exactly, that's my thing though. And the problem is with them getting in Commander, that has gone away because now certain cards have become Commander staples. If you run green, you have these X, Y, and Z cards. If you run black, you have these X, Y, and Z cards. Because why? They are so strong that you should run them. Why are you not running them? For example, red with Dockside Extortionist. That is an $80 card, and it's only $80 because it is so strong in Commander. It is so strong, and it revolves around treasure tokens like this dumbass new card they printed in this new set. Now. That card is going to be another $80 card. Every green deck is going to run that card. I can tap my lands to create treasure tokens. I'm doubling my mana in a turn, and if I have what's that one card called where I get to untap my mana at the end of my end step? I forgot what that card's called. If you can know what it is, that's what it does. Now I get to triple my mana.
The green one that I had.
Wilderness Exploration, I think.
Yeah.
So with your mana, Gene, is that they are regulating while not regulating themselves, because they're basically like incentivizing purchases, even though they're giving with one hand and taking away with the other. Is that kind of what you're upset about?
I guess you can say that.
Because I do see that point. Like, they're saying like, no, you can't use that. Also, we're going to make this one thing that's going to make everyone have to use this.
Nah, Merc and Frogs run it, because I'm not going to lie. If I get my hands on it, I'm running. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's a legal card, and if I'm going to run it, I'm going to run it.
And that's why I don't play with y'all niggas. I'm just
like I admit, that's my hypocrisy. After all this rant, if I get my hands on it, I'm still going to run it. Like, if I get my hands on Dockside Extortionist, that card's going in the peripheral stick. Because that would make my peripheral stick so much more stronger.
Then what's the point? Y'all trying to make decks to put up and show niggas on your cell phone and sub shops, at Firehouse sub shops. That's what y'all doing. Look at this deck I built on my phone. I don't play it much, though, you know, because it's always done by turn 3. I built a deck that I can't play.
Well, the reason
Congratulations.
Well, the reason why I have my peripheral deck is because of that specific reason. When I play my peripheral deck, everyone instantly targets me.
Hate.
Exactly. But those games, they expense all the resources on me, and then once I'm out of the picture, suddenly y'all are playing for another 45 to an hour and a half because the resources are gone. Now y'all are rebuilding the board, and then I may not have fun, but I'm just letting y'all know that
my whole purpose in the game is slowing that bitch down because I want to play the game. I slow the bitch down because I want to play the game.
Yeah, you do that.
Well, you also like to politic.
I love the
politics.
politics.
Fun. Yeah, that's part of the game.
I love the
Yeah,
politics.
you play the politics well.
You like making people fight and try
Oh my god.
to sway people away from
The
you.
love,
Like,
the
don't
war,
look at
the
me.
blood.
Look at me.
And I was like, hey man, I don't want to let that nigga on my block if I was you. I don't know. Looking kind of strong over there.
And I guess now the switch gears a little bit is the tie in the Elden Ring thing is that's why the release of Elden Ring, because I associate Magic the Gathering as like it's a game at the end of the day. It may be a card game, but it's a game. And then with the release of Elden Ring was such a breath of fresh air for the gaming community because it was just all the comments I heard and I agree with, which was it was a full game on release. Like you got the full game on release.
Fact.
There was no pay to win kind of stuff. And then the actual game itself was good. It was good. Like, I'm enjoying Elden Ring.
No, I am too.
Dude, it's a great game.
Too.
How about you, Doc? I don't know if you've been playing it much recently because I remember you kind of like.
But yeah, with Elden Ring, man, I did put some time into it. I haven't really put a lot of time into it because I know how big it is. And for me, like, honestly, it's just daunting. Like, the same thing happened with, I think the last game I played that was like this was Zelda. But, like, I was like, damn, this game's big. Like, I'm going to have to explore and I'm to actually, like, go in there. And to me, it's just like, oh, like, it seems like so much. I know it's just like you take it step at a time, but it's just like, oh, I just don't really want to commit. And so that's why I haven't played so much of it. But from what I've heard, from what I've seen people enjoy out of it, is that, like, the game itself is just, from what I can tell, the vibe is just honest, which is what people appreciate. Like, it's just a game, like you said, that was fully fleshed out. It's all there. I play on the computer, and the computer has like issues, and so I kind of haven't really wanted to play because of that as well. But for the most part, like if you're playing it on the console and stuff like that, like you have a good game that isn't like having all these extra, you know, issues or like monetary gains and stuff that are people trying to pull extra cash from you. It also isn't holding your hand. Like, I feel like it's made for,
it's brutal.
for people that are, like, it understands its audience and it respects their intelligence. And that's something that I've heard that people really appreciate. It's not like you go up to a guy and the guy's like, go over there, and there's an immediate marker over the other fucking cow that you have to kill. You have to kill 5 of these cows for this guy, and then you have to go back, and then he's like, cool, now go kill 10 freaking squirrels. And it's not just like busy work.
Yeah, the tutorial segment is quick. Like, it's real quick. You go through a small little like cave, and then it pretty much teach you everything you know. And after that, it's like boom.
And then
you got the basics. We're throwing you in there. You
first
better
monster
get it
that
down.
you think you're supposed to fight, gold man on a with a gold axe on that goddamn. Oh my god. Son, my first fight, I come out the cave, fresh out the room, I'm like, okay. And this is my first time even playing a Souls type game. I'm like, okay, I got it. Man, I hit him one time. That boy sliced my life away.
Oh, thanks for making it to the end. We really appreciate it and hope you all enjoyed the show.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and the notification bell to get notified when we post our clips.
Follow us on Twitter at PodcastFDT. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are all fake deep thinking. Check us out. Please.
FDT. Peace, y'all.
Peace.